Yo, what up, world? We back again. Coming at y'all live and direct, And I'll take another just raw approach and come at you guys off the rip and just talk to you about a couple of different things that came across my mind today that I felt would be important to cover. And what I like to call those are the 3 C's. The 3 C's. Starting with number 1. Actually, no, let me lay it down first for you. The 3 C's are going to be commitment, clarity, and consistency. The reason why I bring these up because I feel like in order to accumulate any type of wealth, you have to be able to tap into all 3 of those C's on a regular basis. So we're going to break it down. Starting with the commitment piece, there's a theory that I like to always think about. When you are going to pursue something that you truly want to get done, something you want to really achieve, you have to be fully committed. So commitment is going to be huge. The theory that I like to think about is the whole burn the boat theory, meaning that, well, actually there's a couple of different ways to look at it, right? So one is you come to this island of full, clarity, essentially, of what you want to do. And in order to get through this and be successful on this island, you have to commit so hard that you burn that boat down as soon as you land on that island, meaning that there's no way back. It means you're all the way in now. So you have to think about the things that you want to do, your goals, and the things you want to achieve in the sense that you're going to burn the boat, meaning you're locked all the way in. You are fully committed to making this happen. By nothing else is going to change that, right? So once you burn that boat, there's no way out. You locked in. So think about it like that. Commitment. Again, burn that boat. And hey, look, I took some notes too because, like I said, I thought about a lot of this while I was running this morning. And one thing that really stood out to me is just, again, outside of the boat concept, is just the fact that you also have to be committed to action. Without action, your wealth is just going to be a fantasy. It's no such thing. It doesn't exist. And you have to be committed to making action. So again, commitment is going to be key. Commitment is going to be essential, imperative when it comes to making things happen. Burn the boat, take action, make it happen. Simple as that. Number 1 C, commitment. Next, we move to clarity. Now, I was just having this conversation maybe 2 days ago. The importance of clarity. The thing about clarity is that in order to get clarity, you have to also be committed. You have to be committed to having clarity because without clarity, then life becomes chaos. And you want to be able to control the things that you do in life. And a lot of times to get clarity, you actually have to practice understanding what it is that you want, that you truly want. And my recommendation, something that I always say, is write it down. The power of pen to paper is crucial. And a lot of people don't do enough of that. You might note it down in your phone or say it out loud, but until you take a pen and write it down, your level of commitment and your level of clarity is not going to be the same. The other piece that I like to add there is that once you have clarity, then you can commit to creating. And that's when you really start seeing and making the difference in whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. So again, clarity is key. You need to know exactly what it is that you're going after. Be specific. Use SMART goals. I'll break those down in another video later, but use SMART goals. I took some other notes too on that. So the other thing that I wanted to mention about clarity is that clarity builds momentum. And so I'm getting notifications right now. It's throwing me off a little bit. But clarity builds that momentum, and momentum is what essentially builds wealth. So you have to be clear on what it is that you want. And once you know what that is, nothing else matters. You go for it and you commit to it. And if you run into problems, there's no way out because you already burned that boat and you committed to it and you are clear on where you're going. There's no way out. So again, clarity is key. The other thing about this is that with a lack of clarity causes confusion. And with confusion, that causes hesitation. And with hesitation, that delays anything that's close to being progress. So you need to tap in, understand what it is, get your clarity right, and then commit. Now, lastly, I think this is the easiest one, but also the hardest one for a lot of people: consistency. You have to be consistent. And by being consistent, I mean relentlessly consistent. Don't do things for a week and think you're going to see a difference. Don't do things for months and think you're going to see a difference. You have to think long term and be consistent even when you don't want to do it. I'm going to keep that one short, sweet, and simple. Just get the job done on a regular, consistent basis. Think about the compound effect, how that changes everything. You know, every penny saved is a penny earned. It's all about how you look at it. But again, you have to be consistent with your approach. Don't start something, not finish it, and start another thing, because then you're going to consistently build a habit of inconsistency, right? So see things through all the way. It doesn't always have to be perfect. Like I always say, man, progress over perfection. But ultimately, again, 3 C's that I want you all to leave with and think about as you pursue your passions, as you pursue your goals, and as you just, pursue the things that you want to achieve. Commitment. Be committed and burn the boat. Don't look back. Next, clarity. Clarity is key. You need to know what it is you're doing, what it is you want to achieve, and when and how you're going to do it. Clarity. And remember, that's going to breed momentum. And without momentum, you're not going to be able to get anything done. So commitment and clarity. And lastly, consistency. For that one, just think of the compound effect of consistency. All right, y'all. I hope these 3 C's help you make some good moves in your life and start progressing in the ways that you want to go. Try to keep this one as raw as possible, but there was a little hiccups there and there, so I'm going to cut a couple things out, but just keep it as clean as possible. Anyways, the 3 C's. Let me know if you struggle with any of those 3 C's or which one you excel in the most. I would love to hear. Drop some comments below. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share these videos. I'm going to keep coming because I'm going to pursue and push this consistently because I am committed and because I have clarity. So you should too. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.